Trump needs $18 billion to build a wall. Defense One reported. According to USA Today, Trump intends to allocate and spend this sum over 10 years. His budget request for 2019 allocates $1.6 billion for 65 miles of fencing and the easternmost part of the U.S. border in Texas, Rio Grande Valley, which has the highest record of undocumented immigrants crossing in the U.S. So far, Congress has only agreed to allocate $341 million to replace and maintain existing fencing. The Atlantic reports of undocumented immigrants crossing into the U.S. border. So far, Congress has only agreed to allocate $341 million to replace and maintain existing fences. The Atlantic reports. Oh no. Okay.
That's it on that?
That's it.
All right. So basically, they got $300 million to that's already set up to fix on the fences, and they want a couple billion more to fix on the damn fences to keep Mexicans out of a country that they lived in before the white man lived in. You understand? So that's how much money the United States government is willing to spend on that type of thing. You understand? But at the same time, they'll be sitting there talking about, oh, the food stamps.
Right.
The food stamps is taking up all the money. You know, all these people on welfare.
Right.
And you spending millions of dollars on the goddamn wall in the middle of the desert. And then you want billions more.
Right.
And they're going to get it too. You understand?
Right.
So that's the type of level of country we living in, where the people on the top, they spending billions on billions for something.
Right.
But then you got a country, or you got a city like Flint, Michigan, that got a water. The water is poisonous. Right. You drink the water, you're gonna end up retarded. You got little kids going slow and losing functions because they drinking water in Michigan. And we're gonna get into the Flint water crisis in Michigan too. So they spending all this money on the wall. But the water's still brown in America. It's supposed to be the richest country. All right, let's get more. Go ahead, make it quick.
All right. Also, too, look at all the cheap labor that Mexicans come over here and contribute to America. This goes to show you the extent of racism, that it's not all about money. You know what I'm saying? The Mexicans, they produce way more than 1.6 billion. You see what I'm saying? Just from them coming over here. You see what I'm saying? They produce way more than that. But they are willing to to take the loss because they hate you so much.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're willing to take that hit. Believe that. That's one thing that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got to start to understand.
Let's read more on that. What we got?
The Pentagon says a military parade request.
Go down more.
Okay.
Let me go to the next reading. Well, let's read this part too. Let's read that part too. Go ahead. So now they got $300 million for the wall to fix on the wall already set up. They want some billions more to fix the wall to make it even greater. And now this, read that.
The Pentagon says a military parade request by President Trump will take place in Washington on Veterans Day to honor those who have served in the military from the Revolutionary War through today.
So they also going to have a military parade in Washington, D.C. Go ahead. The
demo does not estimate the cost, but as NPR has reported, estimates have suggested it will be between $3 million and $50 million. Tamara Keith and Tom Bowman reported that holding it on Veterans Day, which also commemorates the end of World War I, could reduce complaints.
That's it on that right there. Is there anything? What else? It's got more? That's it on that. So we got the wall that America wants to put. They already got $365 million for that wall. Over $300 million for the wall. And they want billions more for the wall. Now they got a military parade that they are going to have this summer. That's going to cost between $3 and $50 million. The main estimate is really around $30 million, what they talking now. So they're going to spend $30 million on just the parade, just to have motherfuckers walk down the street.
All right.
That ain't no major deal, ain't nothing. Go make it quick. Go ahead.
So lucky, and they're gonna do it on a pagan holiday for veterans to say that you're unpatriotic if you don't support it.
Right.
Right. So let me get you the next read.
So like,
Yep.
I need to run up there. That's why.
Oh, go ahead, D-Thing. All right. Read that right there. So they got all this millions and up to billions of dollars that they want to spend on frivolous things, stuff that don't matter nothing.
Is this the next read or is this the old read?
Yeah, it's the old read. Hold on 1 second. So this is the country we living in, right? We got all these millions and billions of dollars for a wall and a march walking up and down the street, have all the armies and the trucks and stuff walking up and down the street, right?
Right.
So, and then people want to talk about, this country is not corrupt or nothing like that. This country reminds me of the African countries where they got like a rich dictator and then all the people in Africa walk around, barefoot in the mud and dirt and stuff like that, but he's a billionaire. He ain't using none of that money to help develop his people. Right? So, let's read this.
On April 25th, 2014, Flint officials made the cost-cutting decision to switch the city's main water supply from the Detroit system to the Flint River. Initially, an effort to save $5 million, the decision proved to be more costly than they thought. And shortly after the switch, residents started to complain about the discoloration in the water.
This happened four years ago, I believe. Go ahead.
A taste of urine and an odd smell. Rashes and hair loss were also a common complaint. The river water was dangerously corrosive to the city's pipes. So much so that a General Motors plant stopped using it because it was eroding car parts.
The water is so acidic and so poisonous and so lead-filled that it would erode car parts when they wash the car parts off. It would erode the car parts off. But that's what's going in little kids' water fountain right now when they making some Kool-Aid in Flint, Michigan. And it's destroying, it's eroding car parts. But it's a little kid right now in Michigan that they pouring it in the pitcher to make some Kool-Aid and they drinking it. And the kids going retarded, kids losing their hair, getting rashes, getting sick, dying. About 12 people, so-called 12 people died, but it's way higher than that.
Right.
You understand? A black person died, they just say, well, he's sick and dying.
Right.
You understand?
Well, sir.
Hold on, make it quick.
I also even seen where they were killing people that were coming up against what they were doing with the water system. They were finding them missing.
Right.
They were killing those people.
People that had lawsuits against the city.
Right.
Some of those people ended up dead.
And some of the people that were high up in the official, high up in the decision making and stuff like that, they were finding up dead too.
Go ahead, read more.
Over a year later, researchers found evidence of a dangerously high level of lead in the water, which finally prompted the city to take action. While we won't see the long-term health effects on a city filled with lead poisoned individuals for another 10 or 20 years, Some side effects of the contaminated water have already occurred. An outbreak of legionary diseases caused by the water crisis has killed a dozen people.
Legionnaire's disease. Go ahead.
A study discovered a horrifying large increase in fatal deaths and miscarriages in Flint in recent years.
Fetal deaths. So all the women, they babies is dying. You understand? They having miscarriages from the water. So they talking about 12 deaths. Well, then you ain't counting all the baby deaths though, huh? You understand? Read on.
Flint is one of Michigan's poorest and blackest cities. People of color.
Whoa, read that part again.
Flint is one of Michigan's poorest and blackest cities.
What are they?
Poorest and blackest cities.
What's the main part?
Poorest and blackest.
What's the second part of that?
Blackest.
The what?
Blackest.
They're the blackest city. You understand? That's the part that matters. Because it's going to tell you more. Read on.
People of color represent 57% of the population and were the primary victims of a system that failed them.
Read on.
The Michigan Civil Rights Commission said in a report that officials whose decision caused the crisis, as well as those who reacted slowly to it, may not have been racist.
Right, read on.
But that systematic racism was the real culprit. The report asked if the Flint water crisis would have been allowed to happen in an affluent, largely white Michigan community, such as Ann Arbor or Bloomfield Hills. We believe the answer is no, and that the vestiges of segregation and discrimination found in Flint made it an unique target.
What they saying there? What they said, the segregation is making it a unique target, and they pulled out some white neighborhoods. So basically, in Flint, Michigan, you have some white rich neighborhoods, or you got some white neighborhoods. It don't matter if rich or poor. You got white neighborhoods, then you got black neighborhoods. The black neighborhood, they're basically telling you the black neighborhood is what has the poison water, but the white neighborhood is doing fine. You understand? That's the part of the Flint, Michigan crisis that nobody really bring up. Right. They all talk about, oh, the water. They'll even have some white people on talking about how the water's so bad. But they're not telling you that the segregated city of Flint, Michigan, the black side of town has the poison water. The white side of town is doing just fine. You understand? That's what they're not telling you. And the whole thing is so-called to save $5 million. But the white man turned around and spent $30 million on a march, $360 million on fixing some fences, and $1 billion to make the fence even greater. But you want to save $5 million to have people dying and poison and babies coming up retarded from the damn water. That's some BS. It ain't about, like I said, it ain't about no damn money. Right. You understand? The white man got all the money in the world. And this happened under Barack Obama. Right. Barack Obama was supposed to be the man. Right. But yet he let this happen. Why? He's the president. That lets you know. And look at Donald Trump. He firing every damn body. He just fired a new secretary. He done fired like 10, 20 people in the White House that was trying to tell him that he can't do what he want to do. Then you got Obama talking about, oh, everybody's against me. Why don't you fire their ass then? Right. Why don't you do like Donald Trump? Just fire their ass and do what you want to do. Right. Because it ain't about none of that. No. You understand? It's about keeping the black people down, oppressed in this country. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans oppressed in this damn country. Damn right. It ain't got shit to do with nothing else. Oh, the laws, the legal system, Donald Trump just fire you and do it anyway. Right. So that lets you know that Barack Obama could have did the same thing, but it wasn't about that. He was just a show. Right. So it ain't so all these people talking about Barack Obama trying to do the best he could. They just tried to they just stopped him and they just came against him. They trying to stop Donald Trump. He firing their ass. Right. So he's doing whatever the hell he want to do. He want to put billions of dollars in the damn fence. then he's doing it.
Right.
Fire you if you don't agree with it. He want to put $30 million to have motherfuckers walk down the street, he'll do it anyway. But Barack Obama can't fix the damn water in Flint, Michigan that so-called saving $5 million.
Right.
So you trying to say you couldn't help people, the black people, to live for $5 million, but you can have motherfuckers march down the street for $30 million.
Right.
That lets you know black lives, they try to say black lives matter. Black lives don't matter to the white man.
Damn right.
That's why he said it's a failure. You trying to do all your begging and beseeching to the white man.
Right.
Right.
Which ain't good. The white man don't give a damn about you, man. He in his government office with his millions, and you just out to fend for your damn self.
Right.
You need to look at these other countries where they got these millionaire politicians, billionaire politicians, all the people just on the streets scrounging for $2. That's what black people live in America.
Right.
You live just like a third world country. They got some dictator over top of them, got billions of dollars, and using billions of dollars, allocating billions of dollars for whatever they want to do, while you sitting scrounging for $5 every day for some gas or something.
Right.
You understand? They're not using that money to help the system and help the people to set up for the infrastructure of the city and make sure there's jobs. They don't give a fuck about all that.
Right. Right.
These politicians don't give a fuck about all that. They don't even give a fuck about being racist.
Right.
Right. You
see what the dude said in the beginning? Shoot, just let them call you racist. It's a good thing. Wear it as a badge of honor.
Right.
So how much more you think they don't give a damn? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Officer.
Here's the thing too. They hate us.
Right.
The white man will sever his limbs off as long as you can die.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't care. He will spare no expense. You know what I'm saying? To kill you.
Right.
Give me Isaiah 47:1. Salaki. Go ahead, real quick.
Colonel Khan, thank you, sir. What I was gonna say is, like what you were saying about Trump is so heavy. You don't agree with him, he fire you, and that's what and then he does what he want to do, even if it's illegal. That's why you hear the other people that he's firing, like he's breaking all the rules, and ain't nobody doing nothing about it.
Right, right. He fired the head of the FBI. When he was under investigation by the FBI,
right.
He fired the head of the FBI
right.
to basically stop the investigation.
Damn right.
That's illegal on every damn level.
Damn
you understand? How you gonna enter? They'll arrest you if you say, "Cop, man, stop beating that brother up." Oh, he interfering with police. He interfering with police business.
Right.
He's what's they call it? They got a go ahead.
Obstructing the law.
Obstruction of justice.
Right.
He obstruction of justice charge.
Right.
You telling him stop beating him to death. They put you obstruction. Donald Trump fired the head of the FBI while he's under investigation by the FBI for colluding, having his people colluding with Russia. Right. Russia damn near helped him. Damn near made sure he got in office. Everybody looking around like, how did he get in office?
Right.
Yeah, you could thank Russia for that.
Right.
They having an investigation about it. He took money and bribes and all this and that, and he fires the guy.
Right.
Go ahead, Officer Napatazai. You had something you wanted to say earlier?
No, I'm 12.
Okay, so you know what I mean. So they don't give a damn about no rules and no rule of law. All that shit don't mean shit. You see what I'm saying?
But
all it takes is to have the right motherfucker in the right place with the right amount of money. He'll make it all happen.
Right.
And that's what's been going on. And we sitting here talking about the rule of law. We need to have the courts. The courts. When you gonna understand you live in a dictatorship?
Right.
You might as well be, as a black or Hispanic or Native American, you basically living in a third world country as far as the government and corruption. You go look at them other countries and all across the world where they so-called have a corrupt dictator and he's killing the people and taking all the money for himself. That's where we live.
Right.
You understand? How much of the tax money go back to black people? All the tax money goes straight to the white part of town.
Damn right.
Go ahead. You had something you want to make it quick.
Well, so lucky, yeah, I will, sir. And it was just heavy, like you were saying about Donald Trump. He do what he want to do, breaking all the laws, rules, and regulations. And then people say, but Obama's hands was tied. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the most weakest excuse ever. Obama didn't care about black people either, just like every other president, sir.
Right. Go ahead.
They hate you.
Right.
That's what it really is. I mean, when it all boils down, they hate you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's get Isaiah 47:1. Let me get a time check off some pops up.
5:57, sir.
The watch. Let me know in about 6:15.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
It's America. The Bible's saying sit in the dust. America, you was just like every other wicked ass country, corrupt country in the world.
That's right.
Putin, Kim Jong-un, you just the fucking same. America is the goddamn same as every other wicked country. It ain't no new place like of freedom and bravery and home of the free and stuff like that. All that shit means nothing.
Right.
That's why the Bible say, sit in the dust, O daughter of Babylon. Sit on the bottom like everybody else. Go ahead.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Let's talk about America. There ain't no throne for you. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
America ain't no, that's the land of freedom. That's the land of justice and equality. That's the one land where they don't have no corrupt politicians.
Right.
They don't have no dictatorship. They there voting. See? They got the right to vote their people in, so it's an equal share for everybody. That's all bullshit.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? They spending $30 million to have motherfuckers walk up and down the street, but they can't spend $5 million to fix it to give people clean water.
Right.
They drinking water that's work. They got better water in Africa. They got better water in China than everywhere else.
Right.
Than the people in Flint. The black people, America City. Like I said, it's a segregated city. So the black people in Flint have the bad water. The white people have good water.
Right.
You understand? It's no different. That's no different than any other place in the whole world. That's what the Bible is saying. You're no longer tender and delicate. America's not tender and the home of the brave and how sweet is the sound and all that garbage. Man, throw that down the drain. Every country you see in America for what it really is. The last one to see it is really black people.
Right.
We still damn near think this is some type of equal place of equality and justice. We the last ones to really see this place for what it really is. Yeah, I mean, we really being real slow and stupid as slaves in this place. Go ahead.
Take the milestones and grind the meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg.
Make bare the leg. Basically show it all. Be like a whore that just show you